well then, let's get started by minutes from last month. Anybody have any changes or questions or anything to say about the minutes? All right, then we'll move on. So first thing we have on our agenda is Art Walk Middleton planning. We have not met since the last meeting. We're kind of like in a lull right now, like we've got everything scheduled and ready to go, and so we'll be doing a big push. Get around mid-April. Meg has started working on the advertising. Let's see what else is going on. I'm not sure exactly how many artists that we have now. I think we still have around 26 or somewhere around there. Abby just sent out another call for artists to a list that I sent her. But I don't think we really have any updates otherwise, unless Katie, you or Jolene have something. No. So I think we don't really have much on that then, if we want to move on to RFQs. And I know that, I will say that I talked with Meg last week before she went to Palm Springs, and she said that not much progress has been made on this so far, but I don't know, maybe something has happened since then.
I'd say that's accurate. We did not end up meeting with Kylie. There was like some time sent out, but we just didn't end up connecting. I know I've been very busy, and I'm not sure about Meg, but I'm still absolutely down to do the site walkthroughs and get pictures for the RFQ and really nail down the site. It is true that not too much happened on it.
Okay, well, if you don't have any updates, then I guess we'll go ahead and move on to pop-up art.
Okay. Okay, this is Elizabeth here. I've got our schedule for pop-up arts pretty under control. There's a few dates that are to be determined because I had to check with a couple people, but okay, so first we'll have a kids corner at the art walk, and we will have pop-up art there. I made a sample of that bubble wand just to kind of show you guys that I did find that if I used a popsicle stick and pipe cleaners wrapped around and some pony beads, and then I actually practiced at our house with bubble mix, it worked wonderfully well. So that's something we can easily do. And then we'll talk up our, to send people your way for the after party. And then at the same time, I was thinking we'll also have just some paper crayons and just do like a crayon resist project with kids. Anybody who wants to make a crayon resist, because that's something where they could make whatever designs they want. So it's really open-ended. So I feel like they could make crayon and then we just use watercolor paint over the top. So that's two things kind of that can be going on at that station while they're doing other things. Okay.
Awesome.
So like that. Okay. Question?
Yeah. Can you just hold the bubble wand up closer to the meeting camera?
Is that where did I wait? Like I'm in this room and I don't know.
Make you stand up.
Yeah. Like,
oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah,
literally
that's awesome.
Really.
Yeah.
Love. Oh, I love it. I'm so
and they can do lots of colors and and lots of different beads, so we can easily order those online and get that, those. Okay, so that I think is good. And then okay, I have to pull my phone back up
Elizabeth,
here. Okay.
Quickly, Elizabeth, I will supply you with a little bubble mix to have so kids can try them out and make sure they work.
I have 5 like those plates that are plastic that are real shallow dishes that we could pour bubble mix into that I can bring that day that we can set around the table. So they're just like, those plasticky, those worked really well because they're flat and real shallow.
I'll get you a container of the bubble mix.
That would be awesome. I could definitely use bubble mix. Perfect. I was just doing like Dawn dish soap and water at my house, but that would be great to have real bubble mix. Okay,
real deal.
So that's good. And then, okay, so pop-up art. So is anybody interested in doing the one on June 8th that we talked about, the Pride event? I'm not able to do that one. So I want to just see if anybody else is able to do that. But I did think of a project for it because you guys said you wanted a rainbow craft. I mean, this is just an idea. And if anybody wants to make a different project, that's fine too. But I just using coffee filter and watercolor. Okay, I'm gonna have to get closer again. I wrote my name on it, but yes, so like, you know, you can just, this is just a coffee filter and then they can do red, orange, yellow, green, make a rainbow. And then you just cut a paper plate in half and then you put a hole punch and put like some ribbons hanging down. It's just a thought. If somebody wants something, you said,
I was gonna say, I could totally do that.
okay.
That would be awesome, June 8th, the day after school gets out.
Yes, I was gonna say, I saw that as the day after school gets out and I have it blocked as Middleton Pride celebrations.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I'll be there anyway. I can totally, if you don't mind
I would be so happy if you could do that.
helping me
I'll get the
get it
the
together.
materials together and
Since
yeah,
I've never done a pop-up
yeah,
thing before, but
absolutely.
That'll be a fun one.
It's gonna be,
But I'm gonna be working the Pride event as well.
Okay.
So I'll just be around. I'm not exactly sure what my assignment will be, but I'll be around if you have any questions or need anything.
perfect. Thank you so much.
Sure.
You convey to the Pride planning people that
Mhm.
we're setting up there.
What? I'm sorry.
Can you just I don't think that I've let Alder Cole or any of the other folks who are helping to plan the Pride event, I haven't let them know that we were talking about doing the pop-up there. I mean, I sort of like briefly mentioned it as a possibility, but if we're definitely gonna do it, can you let them know? And
Yeah.
also, please just take a moment to pause and look at how cute Julia's baby is. I met Julia's baby at the library the other day and I was like, oh my goodness,
Oh.
that is seriously one of the cutest babies that I've
Oh.
Stop
seen
the
in my
hair.
entire life.
He's zooming, he keeps watching.
When?
Wait.
Do you have other dates as well, Elizabeth?
oh
or
yeah,
was-
sorry, I was distracted with the cuteness. Okay.
know.
All right, so then, okay. And that's from noon to 4, I believe is what we were, the one on June 8th.
So you might want to get another person to
Yeah, I
split
was
that
gonna
with you,
say.
like 2 hours each.
Okay.
I am leaving town either that day or the next day, and I don't know which one. I would love to help, but I don't want to commit right now because I'm afraid that I might not be there.
That is totally fine. I don't mind doing a 4-hour event, to be completely honest with you. When I did events back in ye olden times, I really don't mind pulling a full day one. I think I will try to find someone to volunteer with me.
Yeah,
Do you
Okay.
guys have any specific people that I should reach out to, or should I just try to pull a friend, or how does this usually work?
Abby, do you want to send out a message to the committee members first to see who can take the dates and times available? And then we can kind of go from there and reach out to other people.
Yeah, so I sent you the Excel spreadsheet, but I'll send you after this meeting, the updated, because
Oh,
I've had
okay.
2 more dates, but yeah, okay.
yes, thank you.
I just sent it like 2 days ago, by the way, so she hasn't probably had time to look at it. Okay. And then to be determined, in June or July, we could partner with Library in the Park. And they gave me some great ideas for dates. The 2 that were, I thought probably good ones were June 17th or 24th. So you can pick one of those 2 dates and we could do it at Orchid Heights Park. The one that's at Lakeview Park, which happens to be really close to me, is in August and I'm going to be out of town. So I would prefer, since I'll be one of the people helping, to do the June 17th or 24th. So I don't know if anybody has like a strong lean towards either of those dates off the top of their head, but I can put either one on the calendar. If anybody has a suggestion.
I would say just pick one and then include that time in the email that you send out and see, what we can get for volunteers. What are the hours of that one?
10 to 11:30, so I would say like 9:30 to set up and then
Probably
be
2
done.
volunteers then.
So, okay, so I'll write. So I'll just pick one of those 2 dates. That'll be on there, June 17th, 4th. Okay, and that is again with the library. So I was thinking we might make bookmarks of some sort since they're doing a book giveaway. And I was thinking, like bring ribbon and stuff to attach to like a thicker cardstock. And, I have a bunch of like sparkles and stuff at home, things that can be glued on. But I know we also have a lot of glitter paint and, all kinds of stuff we could really work with. So some sort of bookmark is what I was thinking.
These are books that the library is giving away, not their books, right?
Yeah, they're giving them away and then
Okay.
I thought we would just make bookmarks.
Okay, I was just like glue and glitter if they're
Oh,
being
yeah,
returned. I
no.
was like, oh, maybe
Yeah.
not, but okay. If
Okay.
they're giving them away, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so
Is
that's
this one of their bookmobile events? Or they have their bookmobile there?
not yet. This is just it's called Library in the Park, and they do a few different library in the park events each summer. And this happens to be at Orchid Heights that I'm thinking. But not the bookmobile yet.
Okay.
Okay, and then mark your calendars for July 19th. That's the Rock the Ramp at Maury Airport. Do I need to contact a person there to for sure?
Matt Holfelt.
Okay.
Do you want me to just send him an email and copy you, or?
That'd be great if we could
Okay.
just have I'm for sure available, but I would love help. It's a long event. I don't know that we need to be there all day because it's 5 to 10 p.m. And if it's a kids art making paper airplane type thing, I was wondering, do we leave at 7:30 or 8? Do we need to be there all the way till 10? I was kind of,
At night?
yeah.
No, I think we should just do, you said it's 5 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe
Yeah.
we do 5 to 7
Okay.
or
Yeah.
something like that. Pick a 2-hour increment. There are a lot of families there in the evening, and then as it gets later, they kind of dwindle a little bit. But most of them stay for the whole night because they have a laser show at the end. But it is dark, and so we'll want to make sure we're there during daylight hours, because once it gets dark, they have the hangar pretty dark, and so I would say, we do 5 to 7 or 6 to 8 or something like that.
Ah, okay. I think that sounds good. I would love ideas for like how to make the runway. I don't know if you guys are thinking like we put cones for people to fly their paper airplanes between the cones, or like if somebody has something like that.
I think you should talk to Matt and see what ideas he has, because he might have some good ideas as well.
Okay.
And kind of explain to him, what you want to do and how much space you need and where he might set you up. If you need a hard surface or if grass is okay, or, you can work all that out with him.
All right, so I think that's what I need to do is follow up with Matt then. Okay, and then, okay, so Lakeview, in late August last year, we offered 4 different pop-up art events. I feel like that's going to be a little too many. I think 2 would probably be a good number. And so I wrote to Parks and Rec Department to see if we can get the shelter from 9 to 11 and I wrote a couple date suggestions, but I haven't confirmed it yet. So I don't know if I should include those yet in the email, but what I was thinking was either 8/20, August 20th, which is a Tuesday, or August 28th, which is a Wednesday. But again, I need to follow up because it's spring break. So when I sent the email, they were out of the office. So I will, to be determined, some 2 dates at the end of August, around the August 20th, August 28th is what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking 9 to 11. So, and
Okay.
for projects, like I was thinking, let's do some reusable items. Meg sent me some really nice ideas. Like you can do animal crafts using all kinds of things. Like I have so many toilet paper cores saved and stuff. And then we can add all the extra, the construction paper. We have a lot of things that we can buy for supplies, but then we can reuse some items. So animal crafts, and then I want to do like a printmaking type thing. I only have a couple brayers myself. I don't know if anybody else has brayers, but I wanted to do something where you use like cardboard and cut it out and print make with paint. That was what
I
I was
have one,
nice.
maybe 2.
And I have 2. Okay. So paper.
Yeah, I think the kids would really like that. I know that the printmaking at the youth center with art working was a hit. So I think the kids will really like a printmaking
Awesome.
activity.
Actually have the prints they made today at art making,
nice.
Oh, cool.
which was really neat.
That's cool.
They took all of the so
Do you
this
want to
is
hold it closer to the camera so we can see?
yes.
I wanna make one.
So they took the designs that the kids had all designed and then sort of
Those
edited
look
it
great.
to different images. And then they did one in purple and one in black. So the kids
That
were
looks really
really
cool.
excited to point out like which one was theirs and
It's really cool.
make their bags. Some of them did them on top, some of them did them separate. It was really, really cool. I took quite a few pictures. Do we have a social media person I can send them to? Or do we not?
Do we actually have an art walk page, or I mean, an arts committee page, Abby?
No, we just have a general city page.
Okay.
We
But you
can
could
put them
put it
on the
on-
city page.
You could
Okay.
put it on, we could put it on the city page and tag the youth center page too.
Okay, I just wasn't sure because I wasn't sure how all of that stuff happened, so I just grabbed a bunch of photos of kids like pulling it with Alex and that kind of thing.
I'll send our comms person an email and copy you so that you have.
Thank you.
Contact.
Sorry, we kind of got off track there from the.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I
From
think
the-
that is great. So maybe somebody can give me some tips for when I do the printmaking one, because that's.
You
not
might, I don't know if Lance would want to help with this or Alex would want to help with this project too, but Alex Honti's been working with working a lot lately. And, I got a message from his mom, Mary Beth, saying that he was gonna have, just a solo booth at Art Walk this year. And that he was gonna be, working with Artworking, doing prints as well. So they were gonna, she said that he would have people, helping him in his booth, and then he was gonna be helping, Lance doing the prints, and Alex is gonna be the one to design the print for Art Walk this year.
Oh.
So sorry, I just hijacked you again, Elizabeth, sorry.
No, that sounds great. Okay. Let me think. Okay, so, after those 2 August pop-up dates, the next one would be the one I mentioned last meeting, the Renaissance Fair at Lakeview Park that the library is putting on for the first time on September 28th, from 1 to 4 p.m. So I probably need 2 volunteers for that, and I'm so excited because, 2 shifts of volunteers for that. And I really would love to make these flower or star crowns, because it's a Renaissance fair. All you need is garland and ribbon. And so I don't know if this is the kind of thing I could buy like
Well,
at Goodwill, or like, where can I get a bunch of ribbon and stuff like that, real simple.
you'll need to have a boy project as well, like something that's more geared for boys, because boys won't want to make crowns.
Yeah, so if anybody has any ideas for me, let me know.
What about like a shield out of like a paper plate?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, shield. I'm gonna write that down. Yes, shield and crowns. Yes.
Elizabeth, I was just gonna say, I bet you I've got a whole bunch of ribbon that I need to clean out of my gift wrap area. And I wonder
Awesome.
if others of us have the same issue.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great.
I wonder, we probably could come up with at least a minimal amount for you.
Awesome. That would be really helpful. And I don't know if I can like use the card and shop at someplace like Goodwill. I don't know, or if you can, or
You would probably have to use your own and then submit
get
it for
reimbursed.
reimbursed.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could do that. Okay. And that was, okay, and then the 2 other events, which are way far out there, you guys, but I'm just gonna throw out there. There's gonna be one in October, Hunting for Pumpkins. There's gonna be the one in December, Candy Cane Hunt. Dates aren't out yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll be available. I live right there, so I'm happy to help with those. I really would love to have more of like the Key Club, like what they did with Middleton Parks and Rec. So I just need a contact person, because I even think for Art Walk Kids Corner, I would love to have a couple people, if I had a couple high schoolers helping me run that, it would be a lot smoother, I feel like. It's just more hands on deck helping give instructions to the kids. It's not
Well,
that
you
it's a
can
hard
share
project.
once I get the Sign Up Genius done, then you can share that with the Key Club and they can sign up for whatever they want to sign up for. And the same will be true of the art class. We'll have students volunteering from the art class as well. So what I do with it in that case is I send it to the instructor. He sends it out to the students. They pick the shifts they want and what they want to do. And then they get volunteer hours for it. So I would handle it the same way with the Key Club.
Okay.
And if you wanted to set up Sign Up Geniuses or a Sign Up Genius with the dates for your pop-up art sessions, then, you know, we could distribute that as well. And if they wanted to help with that, or someone in the community wanted to help with that, you know, then that might be an easy way for you to get more help.
Okay. I just think we probably just need more people because, you know, chances are we all are, somebody's gonna be busy, and so we just need more help whenever we can. So that I need, and then also just signage for pop-up arts. I was wondering if anybody knows if we have a sign available to put
Yeah,
up.
we do have a sign that's on a sandwich board. Do you know if we have that here or if Aaron still has that? Does anybody know?
I don't know, but the sign might need to be refurbished because I know it's been used a bunch of times. So yeah, I would ask Erin if she has it because I'm not sure.
Okay,
where it ended up.
I wonder if there's a, so I feel like maybe that sandwich board was getting to be like a little bit much for people to lug around because it's like 24 by 36, like double-sided, heavy plastic.
Okay,
Mhm.
Because I don't think that it's been at the last few, but it seems like there should be some kind of signage just to say like, this is sponsored by the Middleton Arts Committee, so I'm almost wondering if like there's a better option that we could get that would be more portable, like something that you could like
Yeah.
slide
I think,
tabletop.
What about like a yard sign?
I think a banner would be good because we always have a table.
that's true.
Yeah, we could just do a
Um,
banner.
And just, we could hang a banner somewhere.
I could ask,
We could have Meg design something, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't speak for her since she's not here, but she might be willing to design a banner that
I
we
bet
could
she-
reuse.
I would love that, and I'm just curious, like, is that just part of that budget for pop-up arts I just pull from, or do we
we
have?
could just use the general city um printing budget. I don't think it would cost very much.
Okay.
No, they're usually around, you know, 60, $70. They're not super expensive if you get one of those ones with the grommets.
Okay,
I'll email Meg right now, and copy you on it.
okay. And then I just need to buy supplies for those events, and I already know what I need for the first two, so and I can put that together in like an Amazon list, and do I send that to you, Abby?
Yes.
I guess that's my main things. For May and June, I'm gonna order the supplies at least, and then,
I did have one idea that came up and it's not really an idea yet, but, so the bubble party, the after party, I was talking to Jocelyn Sansing, our library director, the other day about their bookmobile campaign. And I had already done the selfie station. Have you all done the selfie station that they have at the library now? It is really, really cool. It's like this like little selfie station and you walk in and then they have a backdrop with the bookmobile and they have all these little props and you go over and it will like make a GIF of you like in doing like fun stuff in the bookmobile and then it will text or email it to you.
Oh.
So it's like really cool and they bought it, so they own it now. So she said like for future consideration for other events that the city might want to use the selfie station, it's super fun.
Oh.
But second, Jocelyn, when she was telling me about the bookmobile, I think she said it wasn't gonna be here until September because they have to like fit out the whole entire interior and it takes a long time. But she was like, and then the bubble maker part, that might take even longer. And I was like, and I wasn't sure what she was talking about, but it sounded like the bookmobile is going to have a trailer attached to the back of it that has a bubble machine on it that they're gonna like pull around. And I was like, okay. Too bad it's not gonna be here in time for the art walk. But I was just thinking like, it seems like it would be kind of weird to not invite the library to be at the after party and like somehow use that to say like, have you not gotten enough bubbles? The bubble, blah, 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 with the bookmobile is coming. And then
Yeah.
maybe have them do some kind of fun activity as part of the after party too. I don't know.
If they want to bring the selfie station to the after party?
I wondered about that and we do have Wi-Fi there. Oh, Katie's
Katie's
excited.
excited.
So we have Wi-Fi there. I just don't know like how much trouble it would be for them to move it for like one event in the evening and then move it back. But the selfie, you gotta check out the selfie station. It's super duper cool. It's right as soon as you walk into the front doors.
Yeah, we should certainly invite them to come to either Art Walk or the after party with the selfie station if they're willing to do that, or both even.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
should. Trying to think, I might email Amy Perry as my library contact, because I think Jocelyn's gonna get ready to be out for a little bit, so.
And I think that's all I had for pop-up arts, unless somebody wanted to add anything that I forgot.
No, but I do think that if you do a pop-up or a sign up genius, that'll help to get
Okay.
in, we can distribute it more places and that'll help to get more volunteers, because I realize as we do more and more of these things, we're gonna have to have more than just the arts committee working on them.
I think I just listed 9 events, so yeah.
Jolene would like
That's
to
a
say
lot.
something. You're not on volume.
No, it's not, it's a topic adjacent, with respect to volunteers, for pop-up arts and anything really. I did notice that Stoner's Green had put out like a call for volunteers. I can't remember if it was a social media post or where it was, but I thought, is that something that, is this like a city of Middleton volunteer pool, or is this can we somehow, either copy that or find a way to get included in on those volunteer registration lists?
Do you know about
Yeah.
that, Abby?
Melissa did that because we are like, we have some things we do, like setting up the movie screen that takes 2 people. So she was thinking like, hey, let's start a list and try to get a regular list of volunteers that we can contact to get help with stuff like that. So I don't know, it's not like intended to be citywide, because there's other departments that have their own already, like the senior center uses a lot of volunteers, Parks and Rec. But it does seem like there would be a lot of overlap between people who would want to volunteer for something at the Stonehorse Green and something for the arts committee, so I can check in with her and see. I didn't read any language, so I don't know like if she promised like not to share, or I don't know, and I don't know what her whether she's had a good response yet, but I can check in with her and see.
Could we create our own?
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that.
Maybe that's something we should think about, because we have all these things coming up.
Well, and remember, we still have the Art Walk Google sheet from when Rhiannon had so many volunteers. So I almost wonder if
Maybe we send it to them too, the sign up.
yeah, I wonder if we start there, since we already have a track record with those people.
Okay, well, let me get the sign up genius set up. When I get home from Colorado, then I'll get working on some more of this stuff. I'll be back Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, so next on the agenda then, I don't think we don't have anything to vote for or on with
Sure.
pop-up art. Okay, so next then is the bus shelter art project. And I will start out by saying that there were some concerns from the council about visibility and whether people would have problems seeing with the shelters. And I didn't really see an issue with that. I went and drove around to all of the sites last week or the week before. And I noticed like on the older shelters, that they are so opaque from sun damage and just wear and tear that, I mean, you cannot see through them anyway. And they are set pretty far back. They're like on the other side of the sidewalk, so I didn't see an issue with it. I think they're gonna be fine. And then Abby, do you have any updates on a timeline?
Not yet. Jolene also did the same exercise and went around and looked at all the locations, and then gave me some notes about some maintenance items that needed to be taken care of, but it didn't look from Jolene's report like there were any concerns about visibility either. Is that accurate, Jolene?
Mostly, there was just that one small, very small, one on the, is it Allen South Northbound? I gotta find the document.
Oh, by
it-
Harbor Athletic?
yeah, just because the road curves there just a little bit. So, it's very, very slight. But what I noticed is that you couldn't see the, bike rack, which is on the other side of the shelter. So you can't see directly through the shelter from its end to end. Uh, so if a person was
Because of the curve?
oh, in the corner, the far corner, they might, and I was like, well, I could maybe like stand in there and then have someone look from the outside and see. But again, it's so minor.
Yeah,
I
That was the one specifically that the older person
okay.
had expressed concern about because it's hard to turn out of Lake Street at Allen. It gets really busy, like with harbor traffic. What do you guys think about just relocating that one to a different spot just to err on the caution?
honestly, I don't really think it's gonna be a concern. I have a pretty small car and I didn't have any problem turning left out of there. I just don't think I don't think it'll be a problem because the shelters to me are obstructive enough. Like, they're already obstructing. I just don't think it's gonna be an issue. And at this point, I really don't wanna mess around with changing if we don't have to. We have been going through this process for so many years. And I just really don't wanna have to change it unless it's something that's gonna really be a concern. And I just think it's, as Jolene said, it is so minor.
But- Right. I just have a question. We were, I thought we were evaluating whether or not a bus driver could see in the shelter and see a rider waiting. Was that?
Well, that is a baseline requirement. The bus drivers said from Madison Metro that they wanted to be able to see in the sides to see if there's somebody waiting. But the later concern that came up was from Alder Wilkes, when this was approved at council, so they did approve the quote and we signed it with Alpha Graphics and we're ready to go forward, but Alder Wilkes had expressed concern about this one here, which you obviously cannot see.
Oh.
How can here, let me see if I can join this and share it so you can see Jolene's report.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was going for the wrong angle then. So in other words, then I don't really have a main concern on that one.
Right. So what they're worried about is pulling out of that street. And so I did that. I went down there and I came and pulled back. I went to all these locations and I actually even messaged Abby while I was out driving around because I was confused about where one of them was located. So I just went out one afternoon and drove around and I, again, just really did not have a problem turning left out of there and I think that was the concern, right, Abby, is because
Yes, like it's hard to turn left already, and so
I just think that maybe that shelter placement, I mean, the shelter is there and it's already obstructive, so I don't see how the artwork is gonna really make that worse, is my thing. Like, I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna inhibit people's ability to turn.
Okay. Here's Jolene's report. This is the one we're talking about, just so everybody can see.
Jolene, did you take all these photos?
I did.
What? You are way an overachiever. I just will send Abby a short email.
Yeah, but I did the assignment wrong, so there, if that helps. The wrong criteria.
This would be the side that would be covered up with the artwork. It would actually be the side closer to the street.
I don't see anyone relying on looking through the bus shelter to make their turn decision.
Mm-mm.
And if they are, they wouldn't be looking through the back in that instance. If you can see the car on the lower left image, they would actually be probably used through if they were, you know, through the ends, if they actually were trying to get any information about the intersection, because the angle, they wouldn't have the angle to look through the back. Unless,
Yeah, I think it's a non-issue, really.
it's just not a, yeah.
That's
Alright,
our conclusion, Abby.
I will tell them to go ahead and lay everything out.
Awesome. So
Was there,
we don't have an installation date yet.
No, we do not. I think it needs to be a little bit warmer still. Still a little cold.
is there any concern, Abby, then about the one with the cracked glass?
I think we have enough money left over in our budget. Because the quote actually came in like $4,000 lower than we expected. So I think that we have enough money that I can get this other small company that has done a couple other bus shelter repairs for me. I think I can get them to go ahead and replace that and still stay with the budget.
So will that need to be, that'll need to be done before they place the artwork?
Yes, if the crack is on the panel where it's installed, then yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we should get the ball rolling on that pretty quickly then.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the
Any-
southbound John Q. Hammonds at Greenway one.
What's that?
It's the southbound John Q. Hammonds at Greenway.
Oh, the
Station.
southbound. Yeah, yes, I didn't notice it actually when I was over there.
Okay.
I mean, I noticed the shelter, but not the crack.
Yeah, it's, where is it?
This is
It's,
exciting to finally get this done.
oh, yeah. It's the number
Here we go.
2.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right, well then I guess do we need to vote to approve the funds for the repair? Or will we just include that in the 20,000 that we have for the project?
Yeah, I don't think you need to vote to do that. He'll probably not charge me much at all. It's gonna be it'll be a small dollar amount.
Okay. Anything else about shelters right now?
Are we still going to clean them or try to?
Some of them need it.
Yeah, let me figure out more information about the installation date and then I will reach out and let y'all know.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay, shall we move on to the scholarships? Abby, tell me the date again. I'm supposed to be presenting this.
Let me look it
I
up.
looked for your email today and I couldn't find it.
I have it here. I know that Meg had said she was not available.
I know she's gonna do the council, or was gonna do the council presentation, and I was gonna do the scholarship presentation.
Yes, Meg is gonna make a presentation to the Middleton Plan Commission on April 9th.
Okay,
And it's about the public art plan and art corridors, which are something that our mayor is really excited about and wants to promote more of. And so she wants the arts committee to present that to the plan commission to generate more interest and awareness. And then the award ceremony is Wednesday, May 15th at 7 p.m. in the Middleton Performing Arts Center.
okay. Thank you for telling me about that. So we last time voted to do two $1,000 scholarships for art students. And I don't really think there's anything else to report about that until they are chosen, and then we'll learn who they are and more about them at that time. Special events. Jolene, you have any updates on that?
Nothing this month.
Okay. Youth Center art projects, we touched on that briefly. Actually, Julia is our cartoonist for the next 2 months, April and May, which are our final 2 sessions. And Julia, I will have to, we're on Thursdays now this year instead of Wednesdays. They switched our day. So it's the first Thursday of the month instead of the first Wednesday.
Okay.
Um,
I was just going to probably check on the dates exactly for those last two.
Yeah, it's the first Thursday. I don't have my calendar pulled up. It's
Okay.
the first Thursday of April and the first Thursday of
Okay.
May. So I think it's
All right.
like the 1st of April is a Monday. So then it would be like the 4th, I think, of April. And then I'm not sure the May date.
Okay. Thank you.
And then what's up?
Oh, I just said thanks.
Yes, and I was gonna say, you can come in to set up as early as 3:40. If you have stuff you need to set up. You probably don't have a ton of stuff, but just in case you need to get there a little early. And Gabby's been pretty good about having the door open this time around. And so I did have to walk around one time. So I don't know, you might want to, if you don't have a lot of stuff to carry, you might want to go in through the main door. Because
Okay.
sometimes it's locked. Oh, and I do have the number to call to get in, so I'll email that to you if you
All right,
want to
thank
just
you.
actually go to the door. And also welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
So that'll wrap up our youth center art projects and for the year. And then, of course, while I'm out at Art Walk, I'll be soliciting the artists to see if any of them want to sign up for next year's projects. And then if any of you all want to sign up for a month, that would be great. And what I usually do is once I get the dates from Gabrielle, I send out a list. I usually get with her before the end of the school year and we try to figure out what day of the week will work out, and then we'll start in the summer. I'll try to get those all booked up before school starts.
Did
That's
you
where
know
we're
that
at.
Gabrielle is gonna be finishing up her role at the end of this school year, and then she will be looking for a new director at the youth center?
No, I did not, and I'm gonna miss her.
I know she's been amazing, but she was working on a master's degree, and so she's completed that, and she'll be getting a job in her field. So it's good news for her, but bad news for
It
us.
is. It's a loss for Middleton though,
Yep,
but I'm sure they'll find a qualified person to take her place.
yep.
Well,
it'll be
then
a
I guess
restart.
I will have to be in touch with the new person when they are hired.
Yep.
And get that sorted out. So that's pretty much all I have on the youth center. Unless somebody wants to throw something in.
It was fun.
Um,
Good stuff.
Good, yeah, I think the kids had fun with the sessions this year and they certainly love something that they can something tangible that they can use and take away, so. And Lance was really happy with the quality of the tote bags. He messaged me and said that they were really good quality and he was happy with them, so. It worked out well, all in all. So we'll keep doing it. Our last thing is website and social media, and I don't have anything for that. So if anybody,
Question. Where is there a website?
It's cityofmiddleton.us/public art.
Okay, is that going to have like the pop-up art event dates and stuff like that on it? Is there a place that I
It
can share
could.
that information?
We have not put them there before, but we could. Here, let me share. How do I?
Or I was wondering, is there like how Stonehorse Green kind of has their own like social media thing? Do we want there
We
to be an
talked about
arts
that,
one?
and the problem with that Abby and I've discussed is management of the page.
Okay.
So we've been trying to think about a way to sort that out so that we have, we would have to have someone reliable to manage it, and
Okay.
no, we haven't come to any kind of decision on that yet, but we would
Okay.
love one.
I have in addition to having gone to school for art history, I also went for communications. So if you were looking for someone to I wouldn't be able to do a very intense thing, but at least have posts or places where you can notify hey, there's a pop-up event this week, or this is just something like that, because I feel like,
Right. Yeah, I think I would love to do that. And maybe we should get together and have a discussion about that, you and I and
But-
Abby.
yeah, I was just
Or just
curious
you and I
about,
first.
or is there, or like if we want to put it on the website, I
Yeah, I
feel
think that would be a great idea.
Well, the other thing we could do is we could create each of the pop-up
yeah,
art as an event on the city's Facebook page just by sending.
and that's what I was wondering, was like that a better way to do it?
Well, I don't know, because I feel like we need to have our own social media, honestly. Because every other art festival has their own social media, and we are really struggling in a lot of ways with getting the word out, and that would be the best way, I think, for us to. I think that let me and Elizabeth sit down and talk about it. It was you, Elizabeth, that said that, right?
Was Beth.
Beth. Beth.
Oh, Beth, I'm sorry.
Beth, sorry.
Well, then,
Beth, who
Beth,
I was just saying,
maybe-
I
I'm
introduced
sorry.
as Elizabeth
I
and
can't hardly
confused
see you
everybody.
guys on the tiny
Yes.
screen, so.
no, sorry, no.
No, that's okay, but well,
this
do you
is
want to
just
get
my-
together? Do you want to get together and we can talk about it? And then we can
Absolutely,
bring
yeah.
something back? Because, so I work at the League of Women Voters, and we rely
Right.
heavily on volunteers. And so I have a social media team. And so
Yeah.
as the communication manager there, I just say, here is what we want to post. I send it to the volunteers, and then they take care of all that. And it makes it super easy. So maybe we could set up some kind of structure with some volunteers that want to help as well.
That's what I was wondering, if there's somebody, like, if you are like, hey, I want, like, remind people that this is happening, I'm more than happy to create posts and do
Yeah.
like that sort of thing.
Yes, let's get together and talk about that when I get back.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Jolene
and
has
Sorry,
their.
I just, yeah, hi, yeah, I just want to jump in here too. So I'm currently working on the Art Walk website, which my company is, donating the domain, and, any of the development resources. But so anyway, long story less long is, after that is off my plate, Abby, Michelle, Beth, if, if we had a dedicated page, like web page, we could turn the Art Walk site into, just the public art page, if that's allowable. But again, I don't know if that is. And if it's in terms of like, anyway, I would volunteer to be involved in that and probably donate resources to that endeavor.
Okay, do you want to then join me and Beth for a meeting?
Yeah,
And then we can like talk, and then we can pull Abby in once we kind of discuss
Sure.
it and come up with some ideas.
Sounds good. With the caveat that I can't start anything till after Art Walk, but
seems
Yes.
fair.
And maybe
As
we
far
can get
as that
something, maybe
deliverable,
we can
but-
figure out a way to get at least something set up, and then have something for Art Walk. Get something ready before Art Walk. I will email you both when I get back.
Yeah.
And we can set up a time.
Great.
Okay. All right, anything else?
Did we need to talk about item 5 at all, the maintenance of the collection? I didn't know if.
Oh, did I skip over it? I'm sorry. Do we have any updates on Invisible Earth, or Invisible Work, Invisible Earth?
No, I don't have any updates. I will reach out though to Dama again and see if they have a date.
And then were we gonna do some repair on the quadrants statue as well? I know there's been some rusting and a bolt that needs to be replaced, I think.
I thought we had decided we were just gonna watch that one, but that we
Okay.
weren't taking
I couldn't
anything.
remember.
Jolene had gone out and done kind of a nice survey of the condition and quality, but I thought that the consensus was we were just gonna kind of wait and.
Okay, I couldn't remember. That's probably the case. All right, anything else on maintenance then?
Nope.
Okay. Anything else in general? I'll be, soliciting you all to volunteer for Art Walk soon.
I have one request from
Yes, ma'am.
everyone and homework. I want you to email me or Abby 2 awesome songs that you would dance to. Now, there's no promise that they're gonna make it to the bubble party, but I want your best to, I'll take 3.
You'll take 3. Oh, okay, well, everyone then, please email 2 or 3 dance songs to Katie at your earliest convenience.
That's right.
Awesome.
All right,
Katie,
anything else?
this is not really very businessy like, but once it's just a silly story and hopefully it's fast. My husband and I, we were hanging out and we wanted a song to dance to. So we said to our smart speaker, hey, so-and-so, play something we can dance to. And so, and then Siri started playing the safety dance. So that became our song.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
but anyway, it's just a very silly song.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want that like they're gonna want to dance to and the kiddos are gonna want to dance to.
Well, certainly, I'm sure you have Love Shack on your list.
I think I do have some B-52s, but I'm not exactly sure if Love Shack, but I think that's a winner.
All
So,
right,
that's your homework.
everybody then email Katie with your
Right.
dance songs.
That's right. Thank you.
All right, anything else, anybody, on any of these topics that we didn't hit on? No? All right, and Julia, if you need any volunteers to help you at the youth center, then please reach out and let us know beforehand.
Sure, no problem. For the next event, I was thinking about having the kids draw themselves as a comic book character. We haven't really done anything like that. I thought that would be really fun for them to do. So
Yeah, I think they would love it. Yep. All right, awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining tonight, and we will be next month when we meet, we will be full bore art walking into that. So
For sure.
Let's
All
see
right.
if it worked. Yes, it worked.
Oh, fancy.
have a good night.
And bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye. How's she doing?